Hey there, welcome back to our Rev Games Academy. In our previous lecture, we learned about creating Minimap for our game. In this lecture, we will be designing a responsive UI for mobile games in Unity. I'm so excited to dive into today's topic. We're going to cover how to make sure your UI looks great on any screen size, no matter the resolution. We'll start by understanding some key concepts like resolutions and anchor positions, and then I'll show you how to create a simple screen with buttons that adapt to different resolutions. By the end, you'll know exactly how to design a UI that works perfectly across all devices. So let's dive right in. Okay, before we start designing our UI, let's first talk about two super important things: resolution and anchor positions. These are the key elements that help us create a responsive UI that scales well across all screen sizes. First up, resolution. Mobile devices come with various screen sizes like 720 by 1280 for a smaller resolution, 1080 by 1920 for a standard portrait resolution, 1440 by 2560 for larger screens. And here's the thing, our UI needs to adjust to all these screen sizes. To solve this problem, we use Unity's Canvas Scaler. This tool ensures that our UI elements scale properly no matter the screen resolution so they don't appear too big or too small. Here's how we set it up. We set the UI scale mode to scale with screen size. This means that Unity will automatically scale our UI based on the screen's resolution. Next, reference resolution is the resolution Unity will use as a base. I recommend 1080 by 1920, which is a standard portrait size. Next, we can set the match width or height to 0.5. This makes sure Unity scales equally based on both width and height. So, by using the Canvas Scaler, we can be confident that our UI will look great on any device, whether it's a small phone or a large tablet. Now, let's talk about anchor positions. Anchors are like invisible reference points on your screen that help position your UI elements correctly. So, now that we understand resolutions and anchors, let's get started with creating our UI. In the Hierarchy panel, right-click, go to UI, and select Canvas. In the inspector, we'll find the Canvas Scaler. Set the UI scale mode to scale with screen size. For the reference resolution, type in 1080 by 1920, which is a common portrait layout. Lastly, set the match width or height to 0.5 to make sure everything scales proportionally across different screen sizes. We will see these in detail later after we've set up our UI. Make sure you set the canvas to screen space camera and drag and drop the main camera into the render camera reference field. Screen space camera makes the UI follow the camera like it's inside the game world. And there we go, our canvas is now set up and ready for all resolutions. Next, let's add a background to our screen. Make sure you have your image assets imported to Unity. Right-click the canvas, go to UI, select Image. To make the background stretch across the entire screen, hold Alt and click the full stretch preset in the Rec Transform. Now, go to the image component and pick a nice light green color. That's it. We've got a background. Next, let's add some buttons. Right-click the background game object and select UI, then Button. Now, assign a sprite to the source image field. Next, resize it to the desired width and height using the Rec Transform. Now, in the Rec Transform, hold Alt and click the Center Anchor preset. Next, create a Settings button. Resize it, then assign the sprite for the Settings button. After that, reposition the button and set the pivot point to the top right for proper alignment. Next, go to the Game View and select Free Aspect from the Aspect Ratio dropdown. This will allow you to freely resize the Game View window, simulating how the UI elements adjust to different screen sizes. You can see that when the canvas scaler is set to constant pixel size, the responsiveness fails. As you change the screen size, your UI does not respond to the scaling, and the elements remain the same size as they are fixed in pixel size. Now, if you change the canvas scaler back to scale with screen size, you'll notice that the UI elements scale along with the screen size. You can set the match width or height value to 0 or 1 and observe how the UI responds. A value of 0 prioritizes width, while a value of 1 prioritizes height, affecting how elements scale with different screen sizes. A value of 0.5 balances both width and height, allowing UI elements to scale proportionally based on the screen size. You can also see how it responds to the different display resolutions. Finally, let's create a close button, then resize it to the desired dimensions for proper visibility and usability. Let's anchor the close button to the bottom center using the Rect Transform Anchor presets to keep it positioned correctly across different screen sizes, then adjust its position as needed. This ensures that the UI element remains properly positioned when the screen size changes. And that's it. We've created a simple, responsive UI that adapts perfectly to any mobile screen size. Finally, to summarize, anchor presets are used to position a UI element at a specific location, while scale with screen size in the canvas scaler ensures that UI elements scale according to the screen resolution. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Now you know how to create a fully responsive UI for your mobile game in Unity. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.